It was my grandfather who taught me to give.
I learned how to give by reading my Bible.
It was a rule in our house that whenever you get your first paycheck, you give it to church.
I learned that tithing was something important through a sermon.
I made a commitment to give, and it was only $600 a year, but at the time I wasn't making much. And within one day, I received a call from our HR department, and they said they hand-selected me for a new position, and I was getting a $6,000 raise.
And we were students, we didn't have money, to give for that particular project, but we wanted to give and get a call. I got the biggest scholarship ever.
We were struggling financially. One of the leaders from that group came to us after the fact and said, hey, we wanted to give you this check. My wife opened the check, and lo and behold, it was the exact amount that we needed.
The struggle around generosity has been the tension between trust and need.
We think the amount is too small. It's never about the amount, it's about how you give.
Sometimes it's a challenge, but we made up our mind early enough that no matter what the situation is, we're gonna make sure we pay our tithe.
It can still be a struggle now, but of looking at it from a real world perspective versus, looking at it from God's perspective.
Making it uncomfortable to give, that's where faith grows.
You have 100%, you give God 10%. Really, what does that 10%? It doesn't really move the needle for you, but just imagine that giving God that 10% is just gonna make the other 90% more than sufficient.
Giving is important to me because I consider it an act of worship.
You always feel better when you do give.
Tithing is important because it's a sacrifice. It's an offering to God.
It's the fact of faith, giving in faith, and not about giving in money.
You can't afford to not give.
When you see the Father God gave us something, He gave us Jesus, and that's pretty much we responding to that, Him giving to us.
He has changed my life to open my mindset to give. So the more I give, the more He provides for me.
Through every life, eternity.